Hello and welcome to the StarLadder Minor Dota 2 qualifiers. This is Aachen City Esports Club versus Wind and Rain in these group stages. So it's a best of two group stages. It's all teams going to be playing each other, I guess, round robin. And the winner will be making it through to the playoffs. The second place will also be making it to the playoffs, but the bottom place will not. So in a way, this match is extremely important because the other team in this group are NIP, the top seed. So, I don't wish to talk anybody down, but I don't have a whole lot of hope for either of these teams beating NIP. But we will see. Anything can happen. It is qualifiers. So let's get into this match. My name is Nomad. Joining me is Bowie. Bowie, how are you doing, my man? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this Drow pick has been kind of thrown about all over the place, to be honest. Some teams have been valuing it super highly. Some regions as well have been valuing it super highly. Notably, in the last EU major qualifiers, a lot of the top teams were just kind of ignoring this hero. It even got through to the second ban phase sometimes, and sometimes didn't even get picked up at all. It's starting to value it less and less. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brew, and Wyvern. I mean, Wyvern's a very good pick versus the Drow. Obviously, turning her aura against her is always very nice. Brewmaster also not too bad on getting on top of her either. And that's a lot of gap close right there. Yeah, it's also really annoying for Sentinel to cast spells when that battery assault is coming on as well. It's super annoying. He's just there like up and down, up and down. So the final ban's come out, and Aachen actually getting rid of the Shadow Fiend. So not wanting to come up against that hero. Yeah, pretty good and very good with the Drow Aura as well. Just one of those heroes which really kind of excels from that Drow Aura. So makes... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, TA could certainly be a very good option. But yeah, I did get rid of that storm in the second phase, thankfully, so no Drow Storm shenanigans coming out, because that did put an end to NIP yesterday in the very first match. It was sorry, not NIP. Who am I thinking about? In the CIS region, it was Navi. It was Navi, yeah. Yeah, no, I was cussing the games, dude, and it was pretty heartbreaking for them, honestly. Like they played so well in the major qualifiers, and then just to lose on one series like that, and it wasn't even like there wasn't any cheese going on. Like Wyndham Rain didn't. Sorry, I'm getting all my names confused today. Windstrike didn't try and like cheese them or anything, and there was no Huskar picks. It was just good Dodo from Windstrike, and they really turned out to play that day. And every credit to them, they earned their spot. But Navi, it doesn't feel good to be that team right now. Oh, they were ready for that. Aachen City were ready for the Venom, and this is going to be DM Venomancer, yep, heading up into the middle lane. This DM guy, if you haven't seen him before, he loves these unique mid laners. He loves to play a bit of Sand King, loves to play a bit of Venomancer, and he can do some really interesting stuff when he pulls out these heroes, so I'm excited to see it. I would agree. Alrighty, well, I think we're both agreed that this draft is looking very convincing from Aachen City. Let's see if Wind and Rain can find the answers in the gameplay. I mean, as we said, there's a possibility for Wind and Rain to come out ahead, and you can never discount a Drow draft. If that gets rolling, it is so hard to play against it. And if you take your eye off that Drow for 2 seconds and she gets herself a couple of Ancient Camps, she is going to come out of that jungle with more farm than you realize, and that's also a very scary prospect as well. So let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 2 series in the group stages here for the StarLadder Minor Qualifiers. My name is Nomad. He's Bowie. And I'm pretty excited for this game. I'm pretty excited for the whole qualifiers, actually. I think it's going to be an interesting one because, of course, we've got Alliance over in the other group. We've got NIP in this group. A lot of great teams playing out for this minor spot. VTune, he's going to find the, the sentry, and all that Jay can do is just watch as VTune comes in and eats up his observer right there. Did they spot that out and then send the Spectre in to go and take it and just say, yeah, there you go, Spectre, have a free Quelling Blade to start this game? Yeah, that seemed really heads up from them. Yeah, I didn't do any shenanigans with checking the tower or anything like that. So here we get started with the Venomancer versus TA in this middle lane. Classically, a very good lane for the Veno. Hard to see him really losing this one. Of course, a couple of levels, TA will be alright, but once Venomancer starts to get those points in Venomous Gale, it's going to spell disaster for TA. Yeah, that's unusual to see the Splint Blast coming out as the first spell from the Wyvern. Rarely see that. Arctic Burn almost always is the favoured spell, but yeah, managed to keep trying to go for the interrupt, but it didn't quite work out for him. Though he does manage to pull 2 creeps across, so at least something for them to stop the creeps coming under their tower. I would guess probably. Well, if no, LeBron can't really rotate on the Brew. I don't think so. I would guess probably up in the top lane. I think Elastash is in a very risky situation if he gets caught out of position by the Centaur and the Brew. But Brew's going for a bit of adventure right now, actually. LeBron's going down to the bottom lane. Yeah, Boogie being chased down by LeBron and Vici, and the dagger coming out as well. Cog's trying to save Boogie. Boogie under the tower. He's getting that armor, and it's helping out a lot. Vici can't actually go for this. He doesn't want to risk his own life for this kill. First blood is too costly. Cube somehow manages to defend against an onslaught from 3 heroes. Funnick with the pull up in the top lane. I mean, one thing you never want to give a Drow a free lane. I'm just trying to actually solve an issue right now. Apparently they can't hear you, which is really, really weird because everything's green here. All right, well, I'll kind of continue looking into this if I keep one eye on the game and one guy on the tech problems. Try and sort it out. Cube and Funnick kind of skirmishing here a little bit as Elsash comes over as well. Funnick, he could be in some trouble though. His Cube's actually dropping really low. He needs to keep his distance. The double edge is available. The silence comes out from the Drow. The damage coming through onto Funnick as well. That will drop the Centaur. Ooh, that was close, but that tickles. What a great voice line coming out from Cube there as he does manage to bait in the Centaur and get his team another kill. A 5-minute delay, yeah. It's definitely an issue on my end. Go back to your previous mic. It's definitely an issue on my end. Meanwhile, Boogie goes down in the bottom lane. Just a rotation in from LeBron, Ekenart, and V-Tune. The 3 heroes down here ganging up on that Necrophos. And Cube also spotted in the river. I think I genuinely have to restart the stream because there's literally nothing wrong on my end. Everything is absolutely perfect, but if there's no sound coming out to the viewers, then clearly there is a problem on my end, and I can't see anything, so I'm guessing it's just a bug. It has to be, Cube Remar in some trouble. He's throwing down the cogs onto LeBron. Cube just trying to throw in as much damage as he can, but he's melting to LeBron, and that is going to be enough damage to bring him down. LeBron should die in response, though. Elsash will grab that kill, but now he needs to get himself out of here. Boogie is in from behind, should be able to offer enough threat for Vtune and Aachen to back themselves off here. So Aachen get a kill, sacrifice their Panda, but I think that's, well, I don't know if that is worth it, actually. Not just yet. DM trying to run for the DD here, and Andre not in any position to try and contest here. But he's done fantastically in this mid lane versus Venomancer. Meanwhile, down at bottom, we have a kill onto the Wyvern. Glimpse back. Boogie dropping kind of low as well. LeBron coming in. They're thinking of going for this on Aachen right now. Boogie getting low, but the stomp onto 2 easily set up by the cogs with the double ledge as well. I don't think this is a great idea. DM's just rocket in and finds himself 2 easy kills. That was very disastrous for Wind and Rain there. Aachen. Yeah, Faye just trying to farm up here, but gets jumped upon. The Haunt even being committed. They really want to bring down this Drow Ranger, and I think they should. So many heroes on top, and Cube tries to come in with the cogs, but it's not enough to stop them getting the kill onto Faye. However, they're looking for the return now. Funnick is kind of low, trying to back himself out, but these TA blades are really starting to do some damage, and Funnick will be finished off. Vtune also on the run as LeBron turns around to back them off. They get 1 return kill, but very much worth it to get that kill into the Drow Ranger. It was Funnick who got the kill. Then, oh, mid. Vtune? Vtune? He's dropping low here. 1 more hit will do the job, but doesn't find the side blades. And, well, now the poison coming through onto the Templar Assassin, but the cogs to save the day. Andre, though, still burning up from that Gale and from that Cinder Brew as well. Cannot needs to get to the other side of the river, but the damage from the Drow, it's not going to quite be enough. She decides to turn around and kill that little Venomancer ward, perhaps not realizing that the trap slow was there. Seems like a good plan. Spectre, obviously, pretty good at the whole carrying thing. Yep. It's sitting on about 58% chance for Aachen right now, so not hugely one-sided. Still a pretty close game, it says. Once again, if you can't hear Bowie, I do apologize. I'm trying to get the issue fixed. Problem is, there's literally nothing coming wrong here, so it's got to be a problem in the transmission from us to the server, which is not something... I think the only option is to restart the stream, which I can't really do mid-game, so... Stampede being used down in the bottom lane. They're trying to get the kill onto Boogie here. Boogie taking some damage. Necrophos, he's dropping low here, but he does manage to get that Ghost Shroud off and heal himself up. Cube just so good at interrupting these ganks, but they're still with the onslaught here. But there's a Static Storm from LSH. Boogie actually looking to stun this one around. He uses the Reaper's Scythe with the last of his life here. Not really worth it, as Phonic didn't even die to it. And now, Cope, he's also going to be falling, so a big win for Aachen down here in the bottom lane. Oh, Andre going on to DM here. DM going to pop the ultimate, actually. They think they can get the kill onto the Templar Assassin. The glimpse back onto DM. Will finally get that kill. Andre go for the TP out. Will actually make it to base and will survive inside the base. So Andre makes it happen. And that was a haunt used as well. Very costly for Aachen right now. Oh, hook shot in. They managed to drop LeBron, but a couple of shots fired back onto the Templar Assassin. Dagger's thrown out as well. Tia, though, she's absolutely fine. So, again, just hits coming across the map here. Both teams just taking chunks out of each other. All right, we're going to go for a solo cast for now and try and fix it in between the games because, you know, the quality of the games comes first. And we'll be back with Bowie for game number 2. Phonic going to get slowed down here. Andre closes the gap, but he's able to back himself out. He's got an Arcane Rune, so he's really ready to just kind of throw out these refractions as much as possible. DM blasts down this middle lane. So currently it's a 1k gold advantage for Wind and Rain. It's been a very kill-heavy game. A lot of fighting going on. Aachen, it's kind of on the back foot here, but they're also the team with the Spectre as the Stampede comes through, and they're making so many aggressive rotations. He's just going to throw down the Static Storm onto himself, so that will stop them going on to LSH here, saving his life most likely because the Stomp couldn't come through. And I mean, that's a Stampede gone. Aachen aren't afraid to use their ultimates. Oh. Glimpse back on LeBron. He's like, okay, I'll just farm these creeps. Slow comes down. Andre wants to try and chase down LeBron here. LeBron, he's just going to get himself down to low. Oh, never mind. Andre's chasing hard here. Phonic says, get off my 4 position. Stomp comes out onto Andre here. The poison as well. Hook shot in from Cube, though. Going to hold still. The Venomancer on the back lines. He's silenced up as well. He's been silenced by the Drow, so he can't actually get the ultimate off. Finally gets it through. And, well, he's actually might be finished off by Cube here. Certainly will, but Cube's definitely going to go down. Andre dead as well. And the Drow. That was not worth it for Wind and Rain. A heavy, heavy cost as they go hard on the initiation and pay with the lives of 3 of their heroes and only get DM in response. And I mean, this is DM Dota. You know, he plays to die. This is how he rolls. He is very much a sacrificial mid laner. He loves playing the Sand Kings, loves playing the Venomancers. Very rarely do we see him on any of these win condition heroes, so he's happy to throw his life in if it wins a fight for his team, and that is absolutely that case. Just a quick reminder, we do not have in-game sound for this match. We need to restart the stream and can't do that mid-game, so just wait until next one and we'll have that all sorted out. Faye just blasting down some creeps. Andre to the top lane. He's got this Blink Dagger working towards the Desolator as well. 60 minutes in. Not a terrible timing on the TAA, but definitely not the dream situation. Meanwhile, Drow, she is doing very well for herself. She's been kind of left alone, ganked once or twice, but mostly did die in the last engagement as well, but mostly just left to her own devices. And this is a problem, right? VTune doesn't really have a whole lot. I'd almost like to see like a Midas or something from him, so they just can keep fighting with the confidence that Drow is going to get ahead. Drow looking onto Boogie here. He's actually going to show himself. Boogie goes for the TP out. Oh, they're going to use the Stampede and the Stomp as well. Boogie cancel out. He's going to have this Ghost Shroud, though, able to wand himself up and keep himself alive for the time being. But all he can do is really spam out these Death Pulses, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. The stock comes in. Funnick finds the kill. Boogie brought down in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, over towards mid, DM is farming up here, and Faye wanted to come in and take a couple of hits, but there's two heroes behind him, so they were trying to just bait out there and see if they could get an easy kill with DM's body. Didn't quite happen. Tell you what, guys, I can recreate the in-game sounds for you. Haunt being used. Now the dagger comes out as well, but they're going to find Andre in the trees, closing the gap down. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to do that, but Andre does manage to get a nice TP away. What's the TP sound? Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. I don't have enough voices to be able to recreate every single sound at once, but if I did, I assure you I would. DM, he's got himself a Midas, so Venomancer knows what's up. Spectre, meanwhile, she's just playing the aggressive game, wants to be fighting, and VTune has done a lot of fighting, playing a Spectre and just being involved in every single fight that's been going on. I think it does feel like they're pretty scared of this Drow TA, as Faye has to Hurricane Pike himself up to the high ground here, a little bit spooked by these traps, understandably as well. Brewmaster, he's got that Vlad's the 4-position Brew doing work. Meanwhile, oh, Keep actually finds a snipe on the backlines here, just soloing Ekanart right up himself as he comes in for a rotation kind of round the back like this. I think he went really surprising, and now this opens up Roshan for them, and with Drow and TA, she doesn't quite have the Desolator finished, but still, they're going to give it a go, and look at the damage the Drow's putting out. Goodness, they need to get in here, and they need to get in here now. DM leading the jump forwards. Funnick, he's meant to get glimpsed back, but he does get the stun off just before he gets glimpsed out of the pit. So Wind and Rain will bail on this attempt. Andre doesn't have a huge amount of HP left, but will blink up to the high ground to get herself out of that sticky situation. There's a Winter's Curse to use onto Faye. That's quite a lot of damage coming down. Another follow-up with a beautiful 3-man stun. That was very nice as it brings down Faye, and now they get on top of Funnick as well. And, well, it's going to be keep going down, looking towards Boogie. Boogie on the run. Stun comes out. They've got the Ghost Shroud off, but unfortunately that is not going to be enough to save Boogie's life. And guess what? Roshan, he's fallen very low from all of this. Oh, dear. That's the thing. Wind and Rain, they've seemed to have the ability to fight them, but they just don't seem to have the ways to... I mean, there's so many teamfight spells available on Arcade as well. I mean, that curse was absolutely perfect. And then followed up with a nice stomp coming out from Funnick as well, and they just got all on top of Wind and Rain. There was no fighting after that stomp came out. That fight was over. Funnick just cleaning up some creep camps. Meanwhile, for top VTune, now with an Aegis in hand, feels the ability to... Oh, this is some nice warding. Yeah, he can farm anywhere he wants right now. He's got Haunt, he's got a Yasha, he's nearly got the full Manta going for himself. As I said, you know, he's really poor this game, VTune. He's not one of these rich carry Spectres. He's not trying to farm up. Meanwhile, Funnick does get dropped in this bottom lane, jumped upon by the Clockwork and by the TA. The rest of Aachen, though, they are kind of hanging out here, and they're actually going to throw down the Haunt. They really want to try and find Faye. Faye running himself away. Doesn't have the Hurricane Pike anymore, but she's going for someone else on the on VTune here, and they're actually looking for the TA. TA just blinks to the trees, though. Saw their fraction up, so it's able to run himself away and gets himself to safety. Glimpse thrown out. Spectre TPing into this mid just to claim up every bit of creep she can. I mean, she really needs to start farming quickly, and that's what she's trying to do. Again, they're just haunting into every fight, I feel like is... I mean, that one wasn't even a hide. She's just haunting whenever she can. Oh, jump in on Eckenhard here. Nice old Cloud Embrace from Eckenhard there to keep himself alive a little bit longer, but unfortunately, he will still die. Now, Vichun's in some trouble as well. Has the Aegis, so not like going to be in super deep here as the dagger comes out. They're looking at Andre here. Do they have the vision for him? They don't, but they've got a stomp. Yeah, they tried to dispel it there with the dispel magic, but apparently that doesn't work. Meld undispellable. Cannot be dispelled. Today we learned. Oh, ultimate being used by Venomancer. They really want to try and kill Andre here as Vichun. They just force stuff him up onto the high ground. Go, Vichun, go. They're really trying hard to get this guy. And finally, they'll finish it off. Some dust comes out. LeBron arrives in a timely fashion to ensure the demise of Andre Pojlovsky. Okay, never mind. So, I mean... Every single fight, though, I'm just looking back to this net worth chart and I'm going, well, where's this? I mean, I know net worth isn't everything, but the Spectre is really far back as they just jump in and get another kill onto the... Okay, all right. That's, Hey, how? Oh, traps. Okay. Easy. Okay, so Drow and then a last hit from the trap, I guess. Yep, nice. 222 damage from those traps. Okay, 3 traps in a row. That's fairly big. Causing an easy kill onto the Wyvern. LeBron, he's actually won himself a 4-staff along with these, obviously carrying the dusts, but the 4-staff and Vlad's not usual for a brew, but I can kind of understand it. Needing to get out of these traps, needing to get away from the TA. A lot of heroes which can just blow people down. Yeah, I do appreciate everybody suggesting things in the chat, and by all means, keep going ahead. Unfortunately, it's one of these super difficult problems which literally doesn't have an obvious solution. So, yeah, any solutions might be it if you know a lot about OBS. But Andre blasting down some creeps here, but going to get jumped upon. Immediately comes back, but Andre, he's getting taken down by the Spectre. He's just going to get the kill all by himself. And now Winter's Curse to hold still Necrophos and the Disruptor here going to allow them to get into position to just finish these two off. Boogie, he's not getting out of this one, and the Yules is going to ensure that Disruptor isn't either. Cyclone Panda takes care of business. Aldash brought down as well. Wind and Rain lose 3. Man, they just can't find a fight, Wind and Rain. They're getting the pickoffs, but they're not getting the fights. Hugely costly. Centaur even has a Heaven's Halberd, so against these 2 big right clickers, that makes a lot of sense. Neither has picked up a BKB just yet. And even if they do, if you get the Heaven's Halberd off before the BKB comes out, then you still get the disarm and it will not be purged. So obviously a really great item all around. Just okay. I'll recreate the in-game chat lines then. If they throw those out, I'll do my best to recreate those just to provide an authentic viewing experience. Cube, though, he's on top of the Centaur. Warrunner here wants to throw down the stomp. We'll be able to do so. Vichun now coming on top here. And look at Cube just getting chopped up. He's actually going to survive this somehow. Back himself away. Phonic will be the casualty here. Spectre needs to get herself out of this one. Already used the Manta, so doesn't have a way to purge the silence, but luckily it looks like he's going to survive the whole thing. Bleep bloop. Just kidding, says Cube. Oh, costly, says DM. Boogie, though, he's going to get poisoned up. He's got to be careful, especially with the Spirit Vessel coming out onto him. It's really limiting how much he can heal as the... Ooh, just playing yo-yo with the Venomancer right now, bouncing him up and forth. Boogie up onto the high ground, forced up. And there's a Stampede coming out there, going in hard. Vichun wants blood. DM coming up as well. Aachen go on the offensive, but he's caught up inside the Reaper's side. He just gets annihilated. DM doesn't get a chance to cast a single spell. His ultimate still on off cooldown. As Boogie gets chopped up, Vichun does find one. Now running around, they're looking towards LeBron. Want to try and save him up here. And Faye, well, he's doing a lot of damage from the sidelines here. They're going to need a little bit more than Cold Embrace. The force off down to low ground does actually keep LeBron alive. They're looking towards Faye, but Echenard has been picked off as Andre's getting into this fight. And now the Vichun, he's looking in some trouble here. The Spectre's brought down as well. Andre gets a double kill, and that's Vichun's 3 times kill streak going the way of the TA. Wind and Rain in a great position now. And, oh, okay, just goes up and one hits LeBron as well. Why not? And Phonic is going to get slowed down by this trap. I feel like they need a little bit more. If they get in range of the glimpse, then he's obviously dead, but he's got the blink away, so Centaur will live. Clockwork, he's been doing a lot this game, honestly. Cube's in-game effectiveness. I mean, he's very much known for playing these disrupting heroes. And I mean, Aachen, they've been really trying hard to push into Wind and Rain and find these fights, and it has not been going well enough for them. I mean, if you think about how many times Aachen have initiated these fights, and it's 19 and 19 on the kill board, like that's not looking good. Wind and Rain obviously seem really in control of this. But yeah, anyway, I was talking about the Cube Clockwork. He is just doing so much work with these cogs. He's just disrupting the fight so much. Like, stopping the Venomancer, just keeping him inside that Psychic Storm in the last fight. Absolutely key. A couple of rockets thrown down the middle lane. Meanwhile, Andre, he's going for a bit of a walk in the Radiant Jungle. Oh, the trap. The trap is set. I cannot. No, it's a trap. He's got earbuds in. He can't hear me. The damage, it's too much. I cannot see, just get trapped out by Andre there. That was some game sense coming out from the TA right there. And look at all these traps down here. This is the Boulevard of Broken Creeps. Do we have a chat line? Oh no, it's just well played. Come on, kill some creeps. Kill some creeps, DA. Kill some. Okay. There we go. Yeah, 2 of these traps. I don't think it's enough to kill them. I think you need 3, but if interestingly, if you have a, I believe a Kaya, then that gives you enough damage to kill the creeps in, with 2 traps exactly. Or maybe it's just 1 actually. I think it's just 1. Yeah, no, you need 2 regularly, but if you have a Kaya, then you can do it in 1. But Wagga was doing that for a bit. Meanwhile, Drow does keep farming, and TA's not exactly having a bad time either. Both of them. Oh, a full BKB! Goodness me. I was about to say she's got an item on the way, and that item is, yeah, 10-second BKB now for Faye. Meanwhile, Spectre. She's looking for a basher next. This doesn't really surprise me. They use a Haunt. They're going to go in. They're going to go onto the target. Boogie is going to be the one targeted down here, but he gets Ghost Shroud off in time, but they got more than enough damage to rip through. Meanwhile, LS dies on the sideline to V-Tune, but Andre going in. He wants to find Ekanat here. The ultimate is used. It's going to land onto the TA, but I mean, she's also disarmed inside this BKB. Can't get enough damage off. Ekanat will be killed off inside that ultimate by the Disruptor. Now LeBron going forwards onto the LS wants to try and find the Disruptor here. Meanwhile, Andre just rocking them down here, but Faye, he's in the middle of everybody, but he needs to get himself away a little bit. Doesn't want to get too close. Andre's actually the one taking the brunt of the damage right now, though, as he is inside that meld, but it's not enough to save his life. Meanwhile, the damage coming out. DM up onto the high ground, needs these shots to miss, and will he be able to escape this one for the time being? Andre's so low, but they just turn around and open fire onto LeBron here. They do get the double kill, though. Funnick jumping in deep, comes out winning as they bring down Elsash. They bring down Andre. Faye going for the TP out, and he should be able to make it as they have no more interrupts, but still a huge win for Aachen City Esports Club as they now look towards its middle tier 2 tower. They just got on top of them, and that is not the way Wind and Rain can play these fights. The moment that V-Tune gets inside, the moment that Funnick is deep, the moment that all of these heroes just intersperse with Wind and Rain heroes, the fights look so bad for them. They don't play in that way, and Clockwork is their main resource for stopping that happening, but if I can get their way, if they get the Stampede and just intermingle themselves amongst the Wind and Rain heroes, it becomes so difficult for them to take these fights, because Faye can't do any damage because her March and Ship Warrior is disabled. They just kind of zone everybody out. It's really tricky for the TA to jump in on the right targets, and yeah, it's a really nicely played fight by Aachen City, and I thought the Poison Nova just on the TA was a pretty silly move, but I mean, she was disarmed inside the BKB. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't get her damage off inside that BKB, and then she just gets altered by the Poison Nova. Can't come back into the fight anyway. You're just missing all of your TA's damage. Drow did a bit in that fight, quite a lot actually. Almost killed DM, but almost isn't a kill. And that's pretty unfortunate. Oh, and LeBron said, DM said, oh, costly, and LeBron said, better luck next time. I don't really know the voice line. I don't know Brew voice. I'm not a Brew player. I gotta say, the ults from this Disruptor have been pretty tasty, though. He's always seems to be finding a pretty decent target inside them and being able to bring them down. He's the main kind of control up on this Wind and Rain side. Smoked up now. Aachen City looking to put more pressure on. Time for a bit of geography whilst they're going for the smoke gang. Did you know that Aachen City is an actual city in Germany? It's to the west of Cologne, just on the border. And now they're going to kill Boogie. Boogie is in the dire jungle, and he is nearly dead. He tries to get himself away. The Rock commits as well. They're actually keeping him alive for a surprisingly long time. Meanwhile, Vichun goes really deep to kill El Sash and will be able to do so. This is 2 clean kills for Aachen City right now. Faye trying to run himself away as well. And, well, he needs to pop that BKB, I think, because he does do so. The 0-point hook shot gets them both inside the cogs. And now Faye's just going to open fire, but can't do enough damage. And they're just going to throw him down on the Winter's Curse. Ooh, Andre trying to find Econard here, but he's got a Ghost Scepter. Keep himself alive for a little bit. And now the Cold Embrace. Such an annoying target to kill right now, as Andre's just trying to blow people up on the front lines. Fortunately, it does result in 2 of them going down. So Wind and Rain do play it nicely and get themselves a couple of kills as they go for the TP out. Andre jumping forwards, trying to find someone here. They're looking for Vichun. Vichun needs to get down onto this low ground. Will be able to do so. Cube can't chase any further than this. He's run out of spells. And Vichun does get across. And with this call... Ooh, they've got nothing. They've got no hook shot. 17 seconds. But they're looking at Roche. They certainly should. Funnick. If they can kill the what? That was a misblink. Oh no! Oh, he blinked on the mini map. Funnick, no, we've all been there. But goodness, it feels bad. He turns around for the disarm onto the TA, keeping himself alive for a little bit longer, but he's stuck inside the cogs now. And with Drow getting his damage involved as well, there's no chance of this Centaur surviving. They grab themselves that pick off and clear that pesky illusion out of Roshan. And they'll probably look down to take down this big scaly beast themselves. But a couple of daggers being thrown in. Heroes are respawning, but 100-second death on the Centaur. I imagine that'll be a lot. But look at these daggers. She went for the minus 10-second dagger cooldown, and it's just daggers at dawn. Making her own little painting. Call me Grimstroke. Wind and Rain. They're smoked up, though. They're looking for a bit of action right now. Just a quick reminder, there is no in-game sound. We're aware of the issue. Thank you for pointing out, and we'll be sorting out soon as they jump onto this high ground. Cube just jumping in. They get the Winter's Curse off before Econard actually goes down. There's nobody else really coordinated, just the Clockwork. Trout's not blowing up a teammate right now, but they will get the kill onto 2 of the 2 of the Aachen City Esports Club heroes, and now they bring down Funnick and El Sash as well. Poison is out onto all of them. DM's done a pretty good job on poisoning everybody out. And Spectre's actually looking to go for the pickoffs here. Boogie, though, he's going to be at the TP. Cube trying to keep himself alive, but that is not happening. You're going to need more than the Spirit Vessel, my dude. And now they've caught a big one, though. This is a big fish. Faye, Manta, forced off up onto the high ground. They've got another dagger, but she's silenced up for the time being, so can't actually chase. And that means Faye gets away. Nicely done by her, just keeping herself alive. But now Roshan could be a real possibility. They're scouting it out, but I can say no. That's the thing, right? Disruptor's the only real one who's dead. He's back in 20 seconds anyway. They won't be able to do it very quickly. They don't have a good Roche-taking lineup, so they can't really go for Roshan. And they actually lost more heroes than Wind and Rain in that situation as well. Wind and Rain just with the hard initiations. Cube builds himself a bounty rune and should be okay. Bouncing around the illusions. Oh, he's going in here. They're going into DM, but they don't actually get the stun off onto him, so he's going to get the ultimate off as he's thrown back, glimpsed into the disruptor. What? It's a bad move. DM's still running around. Faye's trying to chase him right now. Meanwhile, the ultimate is thrown down by LSH to try and save Andre, but Andre is not getting out of this one. Vichun closing the gap, and he can just sit right on top of him here. No problems at all. Another dagger comes out, another kill. That is 2 going down for Aachen City, and now they look for more as Vichun's forced up to cross. Faye going up to the trees here. Faye's spotted out by the dagger. Vichun is hunting. Faye's trying to force stuff himself around, but now May's connection with Vichun. Vichun gets a bash as well, and they've got the Spirit Vessel. Everything being thrown onto this Drow Ranger. Faye's finished off, and that's 4 heroes dead. Oh, costly. Sep! There you go. There's the voice lines coming out. Just providing you with that authentic Dota 2 experience. The important bits. And, Illusion Rune. It doesn't help out massively with Roshan, but it's certainly nice as they can get to work on the big boy. It's going to take them a long time, but luckily everybody's dead for like 50 and 70 seconds, so... Do they have any break yet? I don't think they do. And I don't think they're going for any either. I mean, who builds a Shadow Blade on any of these here? I guess the Drow can go for one. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised. Maybe Drow should have gone for one, just to deal with the Spectre, who is now 25, by the way. Spectre's that 6% dispersion talent is very, very good this game. These heroes cannot fight into the Spectre. Unless they have a very good plan to do. What the hell? They're going deep. They're going real deep. They got themselves Ella Sash. They're going for Cube as well. They're looking for Necrophos as well, chasing him down. And Boogie killed under the tier 4s. What is this? This is slaughter. They are coming into their homes and they are killing them and their children and their wives. Goodness me. Aachen City, zero chill. The Haunt in the Stampede, they recognize that they don't need to fear anything. If you're under those tier 4, if you're out of your fountain, then we are going to kill you. That was just not cricket. Ooh, costly. And they're going for tier 4s. They want blood. Aachen City, they might put an end to this game right now, but the Drow and the TA are up. 64 seconds till that Necro comes in. That's a big boy. And in goes Andre, just trying to get the quick blow up onto LeBron, but misses everything. Wow. All right. And now the towers are dead. They're looking towards this Ancient right now. You need to respond to this. Wind and Rain, they're going in, but immediately BKB pop with a blink past him. Vice Centaur going to disable that Precision Aura, and now the ultimate comes out. A good game well played is called. The Ancient has fallen, and the game is over. Aachen City with the heads-up play. They take Roshan, they dive the tier 4s, they get the kills. Necrophos does not get a chance to respawn. They realize the situation they are in, and they take full advantage of that. And that's going to put them one game ahead in this best of 2 series. I'm going to tie this up quite quickly, but we'll head over to a quick break where we'll try and get the issues sorted. I will restart very quickly, so don't worry if the stream goes down for a second. We will be back shortly. Thanks for watching so far, and yeah, I'll be back with you in a second.